Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Turn this music off. And let me get this off the screen. If you guys are new to Underdog, sign up using promo code Notorious. Get your free pick tonight. Matthew Stafford higher than half of a total yard plus a first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So what's going on, everyone? I appreciate all you guys. Underdog helps keep the lights on, even though there are no lights on in my room. I like to be in the dark, frankly, because not because I'm like some fucking basement dweller, but because the camera doesn't look as good in the light. Gonna have to get a new camera next year, new computer, a bunch of new stuff, new microphone probably as well, so that I sound better on here. I do appreciate all you guys stopping by. Love you guys all. Yeah, I do agree with Nakua being on a pitch count. I currently have Puka ranked. Some people might say this is ambitious. Got him at wide receiver 33. He's in the same range as Romeo Dobbs, Jordan Addison, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Lockett, Xavier Worthy. It's risky. He is very, 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 very risky. But for a lot of people, I would be willing to play him just because of the upside that he possesses. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's this safe bet because pretending that Puka's a safe bet would be very, very stupid. I think Cup is a significantly safer bet in terms of his volume. I think it's much easier to make the argument for his volume compared to what we're seeing out of Puka. What up, people? What up? What up? What up? Gawk, gawk. You're what up, Tyron? How we doing? What's up, Caitlin? Dak or Knicks? I'm going Knicks. So used to being in the closet. Let's build my lineup. Could you pick 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex? Yeah. I'm just gonna type it out. AJ Brown, Jaden Reed, Connor Gibbs, Achan. Jaden Reed, AJ Brown, Connor Gibbs, Achan. Nick with the darkness retreat. Yeah, I've been in the darkness with Aaron Rodgers. Me and him have been hanging out. Puka or Flowers? I'm going Flowers. Hey Spock, good to see you. Good to see Spock. Good to see everyone here. I appreciate you guys all stopping by. What's up, Brian? Someone wants my Cup and Chase Brown for Tank Dell and Achan. Should I take that trade? Fuck no, baby. I would definitely say no to that. Goff or Murray? I'm going Murray. Call of Duty drops tonight. Kyler is going to be on the Call of Duties. I forgot that it releases tonight. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't play video games really during the football season. I lock in. I do watch movies and stuff. But to be honest with you, during the football season, if I try to play video games, I don't play enough. So I've actually just became straight up trash at video games because I don't play enough. And it's not a very enjoyable experience unless I'm playing like a single player game. Like if I go on and play like NCAA football, which is my favorite game as of right now, I just get absolutely dicked down. It's like not even close. It's not even a competitive experience. Whereas in the summer when I was playing like 10 hours, 12 hours a day, I was dominant. But once the season ends, that's something I always look forward to is getting back to playing video games. I still play, but nowhere near as much, and I don't take it as seriously. Like I've just been playing MLB The Show like offline because the World Series is on. I think that's something I enjoy. I know that's something I enjoy. Ali, you see, Eternal Take 2 is coming out. His picture is Eternal Take 1 or Atake, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I just thought of that based on your picture. 2 wide receivers, 2 flexes. Reed, Devontae Adams, Cup, Connor Gibbs, Achan. Great question. All right. My computer's lagging big time. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now, but it's okay. What's happening? It'll fix itself eventually. All right. That's a good question. So what I would do is play Reed, Cup, Gibbs, and that's tough because I want to play Devontae. Wait, is that Devontae Smith or Devontae Adams? That does change my answer. If that is Devontae Adams, okay. So I'm going to give you 2 answers here because I'm not going to scroll down because there's a lot of questions in the chat. It's going to be Reed and Cup for sure at wide receiver. Then it's going to be Gibbs And if that's Devontae Adams, you're going Adams. If it's not Adams, then you're going Achane. Very, very, very simple there. Why do I like Adams more than Achane? Just because I trust Adams a little bit more, and I think Adams would be have his best game yet as a Jet. Like last week was it's not the best showing by far, and I think he has better games ahead than that. But I do like Achane a lot this week, so don't take that as like a negative Achane rhetoric here. I don't think I'm very anti Achane, pretty positive Achane. Trade Waddle for Nakua and McMillan. Great question. Yes. Yes, I would. Now, if you're looking, it's basically to me, McMillan's not even really a huge part of the equation. Now, can McMillan be good? Yes, but he's not even the reason why I'd be accepting it. It's basically, I feel like I am getting a better player in Nakua over Waddle, right? That's what we thought when we were drafting, right? Nakua was going much earlier than Jalen Waddle. Now, again, Nick, you can't go based on the fucking fantasy football draft. Nick, don't you know it's almost November? Yeah, I understand that, but when I'm trying to think of how I view the players, I still view them the same way, right? Assuming Nakua is fully healthy, right, and he's not coming back and he's going to stub his toe and be out for the season, but we don't know that with anyone, right? Injuries happen all the time. I'm going to do that trade strictly because I'd rather have Nakua over Waddle, and I think McMillan could turn into a great piece. Again, will he? Not a guarantee, but could he? Yes. With no Chris Godwin, hopefully he just learns how to catch because honestly, he's been able to get open. He's looked good when he caught the ball. He's just on the struggle bus because he cannot catch the ball. He's been struggling to firmly grasp the football. So yeah, I'm doing that trade. I'm doing it right now. What's up, Dave? How we darn. One dose creator. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Oh, it's your old profile. Okay. Devontae Adams. Okay. Then yeah, it's gonna be Reed, Cup, Gibbs, Adams. Trying to find Mr. One Dose Creator's question. Please leave your question in chat. If I scrolled past it, I apologize. What's up, DC Valentine? How are we doing? If I scrolled past it, I'm an asshole. I found it. Never mind. Trade. Thank you for the super chat. Marvin Harrison Jr., Tyron Tracy for Dobbins and Pittman. I am thin at wide receiver, and JT is my running back one currently. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. If you're saying you're thin at wide receiver, I don't think you want to lose Marv, right? If you're thin at wide receiver, I think you want to keep Marv because Pittman, to me, is Pittman a good player? Yeah, right? I will always go to bat for Michael Pittman because I believed in Michael Pittman last year when everyone was saying, Nick, you're fucking stupid. You can't draft Michael Pittman, right? And then Michelob Ultra Pittman, Michael Pittman went crazy. So I believe in Michael Pittman, just like I believe in Joe Hendry. But I will tell you that with Anthony Richardson under center, he's just dead. He's dead in the water. I know Marv hasn't produced. I get it, right? People want to throw the book at Marv. Nick, you're an idiot for telling me to draft Marv. And you know what? At this point, I'll acknowledge maybe I was a little bit stupid. But what I will tell you is that Marvin Harrison has more upside in his left testicle than Michael Pittman does because of the quarterback situation. So personally, I am going to lean the way of having Marvin Harrison and Tyron Tracy. If you really are thin at wide receiver, then I think the move is to hold Marvin Harrison Jr. because Marvin Harrison Jr. could, in any given game, be the wide receiver one. He's skilled enough to do it. We just need to find him a solid basis of targets, right? And then he could finally be the guy that we want him to be. So that is my lean there. I would rather have Marv and Tracy. Next question on here. Coach AJ, bring the boom. What's up? I traded Jaden Reed for Tyreek. Did I get scammed? Also, what should I do with MHJ? Great question. No, you didn't get scammed. I like that trade. Now, if you guys also remember in the offseason, I was a huge Reed fan. I was the bigliest fan. I was always talking up Jaden Reed. I love Jaden Reed. And guess what? We are 7 games in the season. I don't think they've had their bye week yet, even if they did, 6 games into the season for him. And he's been great. And I feel vindicated with what I said about him all summer. But I would take Tyreek Hill over him 8,000 times and twice on Sunday. So, yeah, you definitely won that trade. I want Tyreek. Now that Tua's back, Tyreek basically said, strike the band back together. I'm back for fantasy. Throw me in your lineup, this, that, and the other thing, which is funny because we all just shit on Tyreek for the last couple of weeks. But now he's back with with Tua, and he's going to be eaten. So I like that trade. And what do you do with MHJ? To me, Marvin Harrison Jr. is basically unsellable because you're never going to get, right now, you're not going to get what you want for him, right? You're not going to get whatever you think you should get. You're probably not going to be able to get out of him. Now, if he goes ahead and goes out there and balls out, has a big game, then yeah, go ahead and trade him. But right now, I would just be looking to hold. I would be looking for Kyler to figure it out because if Kyler can figure out, hey, let's give this guy a stronger basis of targets, then you're probably going to be seeing a lot safer of production out of MHJ. So we just got to hope that's the case. So yeah, I would have done that trade. Josie says full PPR, pick 3, Puka, McMillan, Olave, McLaurin. McLaurin, even with Mariota, I get it's a tough matchup, and I'm not going to pretend that I like the matchup really at all, if I'm being honest with you, but I would play him. Same thing goes with Olave. If Olave plays, you got to play him. I know Rattler's going to feed him the ball. Are they going to be the best targets on earth? Of course not. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, he's this super safe bet game in and game out, but I do think he will get a strong enough basis of targets to be valuable. And then I would go with Puka Nakua. Now, I personally want Jalen McMillan to be really good, and I do worry about Puka Nakua's snap share in this game. I worry about how many targets he is going to get in this game, but when push comes to shove, I think that you would be foolish to sit Puka Nakua. So it's going to be Puka, it's going to be Puka, Olave, and McLaurin. Next question. Thank you for the super chat. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Darnold or Caleb? Great question. Most weeks, the answer is going to be Darnold just because I feel safe with Darnold. Darnold has a great matchup tonight. There is something to be said, though, about how teams that play the Lions the next game typically come out beat up and they come out not looking like the team that you thought they were going to be. Now, is that 100% going to be the case with the Vikings? Maybe, maybe not, right? It's nothing is a guarantee in life. But besides death and taxes, of course, but in reality, I'm going to go with Caleb. I love his matchup. He's been riding hot, back-to-back huge games. If you want to say, oh, Nick Sam is safer than Caleb, I'd agree with you, but I'm going to go with Caleb Williams. Christopher, thank you for the super chat. Nakua, Dobbins, and Hopkins, pick 2. I'm going to go Nakua and Dobbins, sorry. Hopkins' workload and Nakua's workload is iffy. So you're dealing with two situations that I'm not in love with, right? I don't think anyone is going to pretend to be in love with what we're projecting for Nakua and what we're projecting for Hopkins. So Dobbins is the clear answer because you know he's the number 1 running back in LA. You know how much volume he's going to get. And you know how much volume that he could get. So I'm going to go with Dobbins and I'm going to go with Nakua because I just trust Nakua a little bit more than Hopkins. Dave, thank you for the super chat. Reed Moore or Brian Thomas Jr. at the flex? Great question. So those are 3 guys you basically want in your lineup every single week. I would lean with Jaden Reed. I think if you want to be safest, Jaden Reed is probably your safest bet. Why? Because while Caleb's been playing really good, DJ Moore has really yet to have that. And I'm going to go dark for half a second. He's really yet to have that super duper consistent game, right? Even with him, even with Caleb playing so well, the volume's been there, but he hasn't really been able to put up a lot of consistent showings, right? He hasn't been, oh, weekly, he is the number 12 guy, right? Or, oh, he's number 10, then he's number 15, then he's 22, right? He's not even a reliable top 24 guy. Is he a good player? Yes. Is he a great player? Yes. But is he reliable? In my opinion, fuck no, baby. So that's why I feel the way of going Jaden Reed, just because I feel as though Jaden Reed is going to be the most reliable of the group every single week. Based on what we've seen right now, the Packers offense is very, very good. So I'm going to lean that way. Yeah, that way. Now we're trapping out the segue. All right, now I'm back in color. We were in black and white right there. Emmanuel, thank you for the super chat. Hey Nick, do I trade out Justin Jefferson for Derrick Henry? I kind of need a running back. I have Higgins, London, Douglas, Tolbert, Brooks, Fidel, Jacobs, Moss, McBride, Hawkinson. Yes, I would. Now, I like Justin Jefferson. I love Justin Jefferson. But if you want a running back and you're trading Justin Jefferson, there are only a couple of options that can be sent your way. It's Derrick Henry, it's Saquon Barkley, it's Kyron Williams, it's Kenneth Walker, right? To me, those are the guys that, and I guess if McCaffrey comes back healthy, it would be McCaffrey, right? Those are the only guys that I would be confident trading Justin Jefferson for. Why? Because Justin Jefferson is fucking amazing. Justin Jefferson is really, really good. He is one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver in the National Football League. Derrick Henry is one of the best running backs, if not the best running back. If you feel as though you need a running back, your running back core really isn't the best, I would be pretty comfortable making that move and going for Derrick Henry. So, yes, I do like the trade. It's always hard to get rid of a guy that's as skilled as Justin Jefferson. But again, if you're able to get someone back that's as good as Derrick Henry, I would accept that trade based upon the team that you have. Plus, now you won't have to be all aboard the Minnesota train because when you're playing, if you end up playing Hawkinson, then you'd be having two Vikings in the lineups at all times. Thank you again for the super chat. Pick two. One Dose Creator says, pick two, Puka, Deontay Johnson, or Jawan Jennings. I'm going Puka and Jawan Jennings. When we see Bryce Young in the lineup, and when we see going up against the Denver Broncos defense, and when we see Deontay Johnson constantly missing practice, I am in panic mode 1000 for Deontay Johnson. I dropped him down my rankings like it's hot. Now, when Andy Dalton's back, everything will be fine. But as of right now, it's in Mayday mode, especially up against a Broncos defense that, in my opinion, is look, you might not think, oh, they're not the best defense in the NFL. Okay, if they're not the best defense, then they are one of the best defenses. So, did I say the Vikings? I'm going to say the Broncos. So, that Broncos defense is incredible. I would not feel confident at all in playing Deontay Johnson. So, we're going to go with the other two. Thank you for the super chat, Michael. I appreciate you. And just so you guys know, if you are new to the channel and this is your first time watching, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But I do answer all the super chat questions. They are the most important ones because people pay for it. So I have to answer. I would feel very bad if I didn't answer them. But your normal questions, if you cannot super chat, that's okay as well. I try to answer as many questions as possible. I greatly appreciate every single person who's here, whether you can super chat or not. You mean the world to me. So I really do appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And I do genuinely mean that. Worthy, Christian, Watson, McMillan, or Tillman, or Puka, LOL. That's a lengthy question. And I'm going to give you a short answer. It's Puka. All five of those guys are risky. Not a single one of those motherfuckers would I put in my lineup and be like, oh, you know what? That's a really safe answer, Michael. None of those guys are that. Now, Worthy saw a hefty amount of targets, but you could see Hopkins eat into that heavily. Tillman's okay. I'm just going to go Puka because, again, I think Puka's really good. Now, could Puka bite you in the ass? 100%. Puka could completely shit down your chest. But when the options you have laid out here are the options that you laid out here, my confidence level lies with Puka. So that's who we're going to go with. Next question here. We're getting a lot of super chats, so I'm trying my best. Appreciate all you guys. I'm sorry, Jacob, it doesn't let you super chat. I don't know why that would be. YouTube is, let's just say, it's a little bit slow at times. I appreciate them because they help me make money, but sometimes they do me dirty. Full PPR, Bigsby, Shepard, or Kraft in the flex spot this week. Also very excited. You got Hill back in week 4 for Pittman and Chase Brown. That's fucking awesome. That's a great trade. I'm going Bigsby. That's a great trade. I don't really like playing two tight ends. I don't like running two tight end sets in fantasy football. The tight end position, I feel like, is so limited in terms of scoring points. Like, unless you're talking about, I get Kraft has had big games, right? But unless you're talking about, like prime Gronk, you got prime Gronk and Kelsey in your lineup, sure, right? Those guys could both combine for 60 fucking points. It wouldn't be that crazy, right? Of course it would be crazy, but it wouldn't be insane. It wouldn't be the most impossible outcome. But when you're talking about Tucker Kraft, He could easily get you 5 points. His upside's probably closer to 20 points. Whereas Bigsby, he's probably going to get you 10 points. He could get you 30 points. Now, the fact that they're just going to go back to using ETN is fucking disgusting. It's a disgrace to this country that they do this. But I would still lean the way of, I'm still going to lean the way of playing Tank Bigsby because I just think he's the best player and his upside is humongous game in and game out, even if he's not quote unquote the guy on the team, which again is incredibly stupid. That's their thought process. Nicholas, great name, great question. McMillan or Slayton? I'm down Rice and Nico, but still have BTJ. Dude, it's tough out here. Wide receivers this year, it's so funny that all offseason, most fantasy analysts are literally talking literally are so positive about, oh, wide receivers never get hurt as much as running backs. If you look at the statistical fucking input, if you turn into a fucking nerd and look at all these numbers, oh, the running backs always get hurt more. And then this year, every single wide receiver is dropping like flies. Every wide receiver that I liked is dropping like flies. Rashi Rice was a guy that was given the Sukalamink special to. Same thing goes with Nico Collins. And now both of them are hurt. I liked Godwin a decent amount. He's hurt. Evans is hurt. Everyone's hurt. It's terrible. But I don't need to go on a rant here because we need to answer questions. Your answer is going to be McMillan. Slayton is probably the wide receiver 3 on his team. McMillan could be the wide receiver 1. If not, he's the wide receiver 2. Baker's been playing well. So for that reason alone, I think you basically just have to play McMillan. Next question here. Thank you for the super chat. SGT stacking. Nick, full PPR. You're 3 and 4. Not the best, but not the worst. Again, your record doesn't really mean a lot, though, because, well, it does mean, it means everything for you, right? But sometimes you get fucked, right? Just because your record is bad doesn't mean you have a bad team. I have a team that's 3 and 4. I have multiple teams that are 3 and 4 with like top 3 in terms of points scored in the league. I've just gotten a bit unlucky. Fantasy's a fun game, right, guys? So you got Joe Shiesty, Derrick Henry, Mixon, Mason, Lamb, Higgins, Smith, Kraft. Your bench is Javonte Williams, Mooney, Mahomes, Ferguson. Trade, pick one wide receiver in a flex. Smith, Mooney, Mason, Williams. Yeah, I'm going Mason and I'm going Smith. So I think you have it correctly. If you have to make a trade, I think I'm probably looking to see if there's some sorry bastard in your league that doesn't watch football and wants Patrick Mahomes. Because if you could trade away Mahomes, that is just getting a huge weight taken off your chest because you're never going to play. You're never going to play him. You are never going to play him. He has been so bad in fantasy football this year. His wide receivers are dropping like flies. Even with D-Hop there is no way you're ever going to want to play him. So I would look to trade him. But more realistically, right, no one's going to want him. So that's like shitty advice, right? Unless you're playing in a league with a bunch of window lickers, a bunch of dummies, then it's going to be very, 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 very hard for you to trade Mahomes. So what I would look to be doing here is probably looking for another elite wide receiver to pair with Lamb. I would be interested in trading Smith or Higgins plus either Kraft or Ferguson to a tight end needy team and get another elite wide receiver too. That would be what I would do. Again, your lineup, you have it correct right now with who you have in there. It would be Mason and Smith if you need the 2 other options. So again, package Smith and Kraft or Higgins and Kraft for another elite wide receiver too. And then your team is going to be unstoppable. Make sure you guys do join the Notorious Fantasy Discord. Captain Spock is always in there talking to you guys. I try to get in there more. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't been in there recently. At my job over the last week or last couple of I guess it stopped today, but like I was covering 8 days in a row for one of my coworkers, so I've been very busy at work. Haven't been in there as much. I do apologize. I try to go in there, but nobody's perfect. You know, that's what Hannah Montana says. So I do apologize for that, but make sure you guys do join. Spock's in there. There's a lot of great people in there. A lot of great people. People are saying, yeah, there's a lot of great people in there. So make sure you guys do join, and it's a nice community in there. You don't even have to talk about football. A couple weeks ago, I was in there. We were talking about fucking Playboy Cardi. It's not fucking Playboy Cardi. You get what I mean. We were talking about Playboy Cardi. So you can talk about whatever in there. It doesn't just have to be football. Obviously, most people want to talk about football, though. Tito, thank you for the super chat. Tyreek Hill, George Pickens, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, John Jennings, Ricky Purcell, Chris Olave. What two wide receivers do I drop or trade for a running back? Okay. What you are going to do, my friend, is trade George Pickens instantly. Now, do I think that George Pickens is going to be good the whole season? Yeah, probably. He'll probably be a reliable top 32 guy. But what I'm here to tell you is I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Unlimited shit down his leg and was bad, right? Russ having one game off the bench where a lot of people weren't expecting him to play, and he goes nuclear. Would it be that surprising if he came out flat in a couple of weeks? No. So, and there's a lot of rumors that the Steelers might be looking to trade for another wide receiver. So I would be looking to trade George Pickens while he's hot right now. And if you can't make a trade and you just have to cut guys, you can't cut Tyreek, you can't cut Pickens, you can't cut Moore, you can't cut Metcalf. So you're going to have to cut the two 49ers guys. But yeah, if you can trade George Pickens for a reliable running back, I would love to do that. That would be my personal move right there. Next question from Jeffrey. Thank you, my man. No question. Just wanted to give support. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That means the world to me. Doesn't even have a question. Just dropping a super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nick, who do I drop for Hopkins? Drop Pearsall. Fernando, pick Puka or Waddle, Jana Reed or BTJ or wide receiver 1 and 2. Yeah, you're gonna go Waddle. Now, if we're sitting here and saying Puka and Waddle are both fully healthy, right? It's 2 weeks from now, right? And let's hope Waddle doesn't get hurt. Knock on wood, right? They're both fully healthy. It's week 1. I'm probably gonna play Puka, but it's not week 1. It's week fucking 8, and Puka Nakua's hurt going into the game. So my personal lean would be to play Waddle. I think Waddle's the much safer bet. I love Waddle's matchup up against Arizona. Puka has a tougher matchup. Kind of not a no-brainer, right? You do need to use your brain a little bit there. That's not like the easiest question ever because I do think Puka Nakua might be more skilled than Waddle, even though I'm a big Waddle fan. I got his jersey in my closet. I'm going Waddle, and I like the other wide receivers. I think you got that correct. Thank you for the super chat. My wide receiver options are Cheeks, McMillan, DeMario, Hopkins, MHJ, Dunze, Troy Franklin. Guessing MHJ plus 2 others. Yes. Look, I know we're tired of MHJ, and rightfully so, right? I called him Mazda Marv. Someone called him that in the comment section. I don't remember who it was, and I fucking stole it. Your joke's been stolen. Call me Amy Schumer. I stole your joke, and I'm going to keep running for it. Fucking Honda Civic, Marv. I drive a Honda Civic. But let's admit it, it's not a Maserati. You got to play MHJ, though. There's no way you're going to sit him. Then we're going to go Hopkins. And then we're going to go McMillan. I love DeMario Douglas. And I know that he fucked everyone over last. I don't see that happening going forward. He got hurt. I think he's going to be all reliable for us. But what I will tell you is that this week against the Jets, I don't really project the bounce back to occur because the Jets are a rock solid unit defensively. I know, Nick, they just got plowed. They didn't play that good last week. The Jets defense hasn't been as good recently. I know, but there's a big difference between the opponents they've been facing and a rookie quarterback with not the best wide receivers. So it would be McMillan, Hopkins, and MHJ. Me. For the trade I sent, my wide receiver 2 is Waddle or JMO without Jennings. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. That is fine. Hey, Nick, what's up? What's up? It's Donk. How you doing, man? What's up, everybody? Again, anyone that's new here, I do answer normal questions. I try to answer I do answer the super chats ahead of normal questions, though. Do I try London BTJ for Amon-Ra and Pollard? Whew. That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. That's a good question. Yes. Assuming you need a running back, right? Assuming you need a running back, right? I wouldn't just look to make that move in I think it's a very fair trade. If you need a running back, it makes sense, right? If your running backs are lacking, which a lot of people's are, right? Running backs are very hard. Pause weekly for the whole season. Guys get hurt, guys go in, guys get out, left and right. So yeah, I would look to make that trade. I have, in terms of season long, I would prefer to have Amon-Ra over London. I think I'd rather have Brian Thomas Jr. over Pollard. But since Pollard's a running back and running backs are inherently more valuable in fantasy football because, look, there are a lot of guys that could finish where Brian Thomas Jr. does, right? But I get sometimes random running backs go crazy, right? But Pollard's a very reliable top 18, top 16-ish running back. And if the Titans ever figure out how to fucking play football, then he could be even higher weekly. So I would look to make that trade. I'd rather have a Monra, St. Brown, and Pollard. And then one dose creator, I do still fine with the trade. I would be fine with, and if you're just looking for an answer if you'd play this week, it would be Waddle. But yeah, those are fine wide receiver 2 options. Those are fine wide receiver 2 options. Jameson Williams is going to return. Obviously, it sucks. Oh, he did PEDs, whatever. It sucks for your fantasy team. But when he comes back, you're going to be sitting pretty. So I'm not worried at all. Don't you worry, child. Shane, my man, thank you for the super chat. We riding with Cup tonight. Goat, yes. Please tell me there's no snap count. There shouldn't be. Based on everything I've read, there shouldn't be. Also, should I ride with Mr. No Point Debo or negative guy Devonta? Personally, I think I'd go with Devonta, even though Devonta fucked you last week, right? He did. No, nothing short of it. He screwed you. But Debo is coming off of pneumonia. Now, they're saying he looks fine in practice today. Do I not believe that? Of course I believe he's fine, right? But there's a big difference between practice, we talking about practice, and the actual game. So that's kind of my opinion on things. I think if you have to start Debo, he's not like a terrible option, but I would rather go with Devonta Smith just because I feel a lot more comfortable with his projection. So I'm going to go with Devonta Smith, and then I am going to go and say Cup is going to be all good to go. Should I trade D-Hop and Wandale for Jalen Hurts and Ray Davis? 3 wide receiver PPR. You've got A-Rich, Nico, A.J. Brown, Marv, and Keenan Allen. That's tough. That is tough. If you can't find a quarterback off the waivers, yes, I would do that. But if you're able to find Tua or Nix, Drake May, if you're able to find a quarterback off of waivers that you're comfortable playing, I wouldn't do this because I think in a 3 wide receiver league, you kind of want guys like D Hop and Wandale. Nico's been hurt, but you wouldn't have asked this realistically if you could find a quarterback, right? Like if you're sitting there like, oh fuck, I gotta play Anthony Richardson, I would just do it. I love Ray Davis. Like if something happens to James Cook, knock on wood, Ray Davis could elevate into fantasy football superstardom. He's not gonna be that though with James Cook healthy, but yeah, the more I think about it, the more I would say yes, I would do that trade. What's up, Paulie? I would do that. What type of work do I do? My real job, CJ, I work in customer support. I answer emails all day. Very fun. But I do actually like my job a lot. I do more than just answer emails. I have a bigger role than that, but that's technically what my title is. Just traded Cup and Ray Davis for Neighbors. Good choice. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I love that. I love that. I know Neighbors sucked last week, but I think Neighbors is like a clear top 12. What's up, John? I think he's like a clear top 12 type of guy. Clear top 12 type of guy. Whereas Cup, he's not guaranteed to be that. Jonathan, sup, Nick? Very nice. Starting Hurts, Jacobs, Dobbins, Adams, Higgins, Kelsey, Dicker the kicker. Should I flex Devontae Smith or Mooney? I am playing Devontae Smith. I know Mooney ate the last time out. I know he ate the Falcons defense, not the Falcons defense. He ate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense alive. It is close. It is close. Let me pull up my rankings. just to make sure I'm not waffling here. Darnell. And then who's the other guy? Smith. Yeah, I got Smith in my tier 4, wide receiver 23. Tier 5 is Darnell Mooney, wide receiver 28. Again, is that like a crazy split? No. But yeah, I would go with Devontae Smith. Again, I get Devontae Smith ream deal last week, but I think he's in for a bounce back game this week. The Bengals defensive matchup is chef's kiss for him. So I'm going to go with Devonta Smith, especially because you have Hurts, and that gives you that Hurts to Smith connection, that extra boost in your lineup. See ya, Brian. Eat that W. Facts. Ernesto, thank you for the super chat. Gibbs, Cook, Swift, pick 1. Mooney, McLaren, Lazard, pick 2. Oh, God. You don't want to sit any of those running backs. And you don't want to start half of those wide receivers. That's a good question, though. That's a good question. That's why you pay me for, That's a joke. But yeah, that is a good question. That's a very good question. It's got to be Gibbs. It's got to be Sonic. David Njoku is Knuckles. David Montgomery is Knuckles. According to what I read, I did some deep dive lore into the Sonic and Knuckles narrative for the Lions running backs. It's got to be Gibbs. I don't want to sit Swift. I don't want to sit Cook, but it's got to be Gibbs. It's got to be Gibbs. It's got to be Mooney. And then Lazard is a primetime merchant. This game is not being played in primetime. Lazard's banged up. They bring in Adams. They still got GW. Healthy. To me, I don't think you can play Lazard. I think you're just going to chance it with McMillan. You're going for high upside. McMillan has that high upside. If he can catch the ball, he could really explode, especially up against the Falcons and what could be a very high-scoring game. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Mooney, and I'm going to go with McMillan, and I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs. It is tough, though, at running back because I want to say Swift, but it's got to be Gibbs. It's got to be Mooney, and it's got to be McMillan. Bench 1 PPR, Achane, Puka, Kyron, Wilson. Thanks. It's Puka. It's got to be Puka, and I love Puka, but up against the Vikings with the other guys that you have, I don't think you can play him. I just don't think you can play him. Again, I don't think it's crazy to say, oh, he's going to play well. Like, he could easily have a big game, but I'm just going to lean in the opposite direction and go and bench him because I feel very confident in Kyron. I feel very confident in Garrett Wilson. My confidence level in Achane, I think Achane's great. Again, I'm a little bit worried about like how good is Tua going to look since Tua's back and they're going up against the Cardinals. I try to really like McDaniel, and when we win, it works, right? His philosophy, the way he acts, works really well when the team is winning, right? When he's joking around at the press conferences, oh, great win, Mike. How do you feel? And he's cracking jokes. It's all fucking fun and games. But when the team is getting pulverized, when the team is getting terrorized, I'm sitting there like, why are you trying to make some jokes, bro? What's so fucking funny, Mike? We're getting plowed. I'm betting money on this team and we keep losing. Like, what you like? You're playing with my happiness. What the fuck is wrong with you? But that has nothing to do with you guys. So all in all, I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit Puka. The answer, we're sitting Puka. Sorry about that. Gavin, thank you for the super chat. Pick 4, Reed, Moore, Nakua, Cooper, Thomas. We're going to have to sit Nakua. Again, we're just thinking about health. Jada Reed's healthy. DJ Moore's healthy. Amari Cooper's healthy. Or Cooper Kupp. One or the other. Either way, that would be the answer. And then Brian Thomas. Nakua. Can Nakua have a big game? Yes. I've told people to start Nakua on one of my teams. I got to look at it shortly. I think I'm going to play Puka Nakua. So I'm not completely off on Puka Nakua. I have him ranked fairly. He's a top 30 receiver for me. But Reed's a top 10 receiver, top 12, top 14 receiver. Moore's a top 14 receiver. Brian Thomas is a top 20 receiver. Cooper's a top 23 receiver. Nakua is outside the top 25. So process of elimination, you look at the rankings, that's going to be the answer you're going to get. Next week, the answer could very much be different because Puka will be fully healthy. And Cooper Kupp might get traded. You didn't hear that from me. You did. He might get traded. Do I think he's going to get traded? No. Do I think that's the most likely scenario? No, I don't think he's guaranteed to get traded. But could he get traded? Yes. Yes, he could. So that is my opinion on that. We're going to sit Puka. Start everyone else. Fire up the band. Fire the cannons. Next question here from King T. Wall. Thank you for the super chat, my man. I have DK Metcalf probably out. I assume he's out. Tyreek is questionable. Tyreek's dealing with some type of foot injury, I believe I read. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He played the game after they tried to arrest him, or like a couple hours after they tried to arrest him. He's always, I don't know why I just did that, but yeah, he is going to play. Don't worry about that. Darnell Mooney, DK is going to be out. Tyreek's going to be in. Darnell or Jawan Jennings for my second wide receiver slot. What are you thinking? Thanks, big dog. No problem. I would like to play Jawan Jennings, but my rankings say Darnell Mooney. Now, if Debo does not suit up, the answer is very clearly Jawan Jennings. If Debo Samuel does not suit up, it is clearly Jawan Jennings. Why is it clearly Jawan Jennings? Because then Jawan Jennings is the wide receiver one, right? Whereas, or two, right? Because Pierce Hall could be the number one, right? But if not Darnell Mooney, what the fuck are you saying? I don't know why I just lost my train of thought there. If Debo is out or if Debo's in, then it complicates things a little bit more. So I think though, gun to the head, I'm gonna go Darnell Mooney. He was really good up against the Bucks last time. I do have my qualms potentially with the Buccaneers getting plowed in this game. Like there's a chance that they get bent over a table, and that could lead to a very, 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 very bad showing out of the receivers for Atlanta because they're just going to run late. But gun to the head, my answer would be Darnell Mooney. That's a great question, though. I'm going to go Darnell Mooney. Leo Scott, thank you for the super chat. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster because we're getting time crunched here. 21 minutes until kickoff. Full PPR, wide receiver one and a flex, or two wide receivers and one flex. Thank you very much, Leo, for the super chat. BTJ, Reed, Dell, Downs, Pittman, Puka. Running backs are Dobbins, Rashad White. Defense, Chargers or Vikings. Thank Knicks, no problem. We're going Vikings. You can't sit the Vikings. Cannot sit the Vikings. So we're going Vikings. We're going Reed. We're going BTJ. I don't trust Downs, Pittman. Don't trust them. I trust BTJ more than I trust Puka. And then at flex, we're going Rashad White. Dobbins is safer than Rashad White 100%, but probably no Bucky Irving means wheels are up for Rashad White. Rashad White might get the most amount of targets on this team for the Bucks, and that has me feeling real nicey. So we're going to go with Rashad White, BTJ, and Reed. That's correct. BTJ, Reed, Rashad White. Lost Godwin. Got offered London for CMC. Have Henry. Yeah. If your wide receiver core is suspect, yes. I think that Jesus, I just was staring at something and it just gave me a straight up brain fart. I thought my screen said Joshua Kelly, not Joshua Carty. But what I was going to actually say was I would be fine doing that. Now, Christian McCaffrey realistically probably will outscore Drake London. But you're also selling used goods. And what I mean by that is Christian McCaffrey could come back and he could look not like himself. He could come back and he could look like himself and be a league winner. He could come back and he could be splitting work with Mason. Now, more than likely, I think he comes back and looks perfectly fine. But there are the buts. There are the question marks that are very, very clear in this scenario. And jump into London, there are not very many question marks, right? You know what London is. Sure, is London like this fucking clear top 3 wide receiver every week? Nobody has that upside. So I would be confident in doing that trade, especially since you already have Derrick Henry. Do we get all the super chats? Did we get them all? Did we get them all? Did we get them all? We did not. Chiefs, Oholic, Prodigy. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Did he leave a question in the chat? I hope this game is a wild one. Me too. Me too. Am I missing something here? Sorry, Notorious. I'm on here. I don't know if it matters. It probably won't, but it does to me, man. I'm happy you're doing great tonight. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciated your comment you left on my video the other day. Anytime I read comments that are super, where people are being super nice, it means a lot to me. So I appreciate you. If you have a question, let me know. I really appreciate that comment they left yesterday. It's crazy just how nice you guys can be. You know, some people are they're not as appreciative. You know, but that's okay. You don't have to fucking love me. Still hope you're having a great day today, Nick. Thanks for what you do. Thank you. I'm hoping you have a great day too. I'm a lock into Jefferson Cup explosion of a Thursday night football game. Let's fucking go. Thanks again, Nick. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. Thank you. Thank you. Have fun, man. Have fun. No, that's okay, Tyron. If you accidentally delete something, it'll get fixed. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have a big game, man. Best of luck to your Chiefs. Thank you. Ron, and thank you. What you mean? Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit it for me one time, Nick. Fuck no, baby. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Should I start Kyler or Kirk? I'm playing Kyler. Neighbors or Higgins? Neighbors. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Neighbors too. And would you drop Kincaid for Njoku? Yes. Look, I loved Kincaid all summer. I'm not willing to wave the white flag yet. Like, I'm not willing to say I'm a fucking idiot for telling you to draft Kincaid, right? Because there were so many other people that I was wrong about that are way worse than that. There was a lot of people that I was very right about, so you can at least be happy about that, right? Now, of course, if your team happens to have all the guys that I was wrong about on, then I am sorry about that. But again, I did get a lot of things right. I was really on Kyron Williams. I was on a lot of these players that some people weren't super on, so I feel good about what I said in the summer. Again, some teams you might have listened to the advice and one of your teams looks like straight shit, and then another one of your team you listen to the other advice that I gave and your team's amazing. That's just how fantasy goes. But I'm not willing to cut bait on Kincaid for most people. Like I'm not ready to wave the white flag, but against when you can get Njoku, I'm doing that. Have MHJ and DK. Should I trade Mason for Vontae Smith or should I get someone better? I would try to get someone better. Try to get someone better. But honestly, at this point, I would just make the trade right now because once Christian McCaffrey comes back, Mason's probably not gonna have too much value. That boy Nick, what's up, the Wolf? How you doing, man? Kyron Brees or Kenneth Walker? Which two running backs? I would play Kyron and Brees. I mean, those are all great guys. Talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. I agree. I agree with you, Spock. 100% agree with you. What I was trying to say, I think you understood it, was I'm not ready to. Oh, that's fine. That's fine, Tyron. I am not ready to wave the white flag yet on him because like there's this guy named Laporta, right? There's like other tight ends that if you drafted and they like legitimately have screwed you over. Whereas Kincaid, if you play him, like I got him on a team. Sure, am I happy that I drafted him? Realistically, no. No, I'm not. But he's not screwing me. He's not straight up the reason why I'm losing games, right? Is he helping me? Not that much, but he's also not been terrible. My man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kyron and Brees. I agree. Darnold or Kyler? Darnold. Half EPR guillotine. Got to pick one for the flex. Guillotine leagues are awesome. I would play Dell. Kirk, Goff, Gino for me. Every week, Spock. I have in my home league. I have Gino and Kyler, and I have started the wrong one every single week. I lost last week by 1 point, which I would have won if I played Kyler, but instead I played Gino because I panicked at the last second. It's been so brutal, and I'm always the guy. I say it in my videos. I never want two quarterbacks. I picked one up because Kyler's bye week, and it's been just screwing me every week. And even when I feel very confident, one guy like the other guy just does better. It really is a hard knock life out there, and that's my team that's second most in points, and I keep losing. I'm 3-4 with the second most points. Rough out here, man. Trade Najee and Pickens for Montgomery and Mooney. I didn't mean to fucking wag my tongue like that. Like that was weird. Wag my tongue. What am I, a dog? I don't love that. I do not love that trade. I'll be honest. I would probably hold. What are some trade targets for DK? When you trade away a guy that's hurt, you're not gonna get what you want, right? You're never going to get like when DK is healthy, you can get someone good. But when DK is hurt, probably gonna miss multiple games. It's hard to really get any value out of it. So for that reason, I would just hold. But look, if you're like really down bad at wide receiver, I'd trade him for like Devontae Smith or something, or maybe T. Higgins. But I don't even know if your league mates would do that, right? So it is tough. It is tough to try to trade a guy that's hurt. It really is. Thank you for the super chat. Downward inclined. I appreciate you. Travis Kelce or Tucker Kraft at tight end this week. That tongue was kind of cute. What the fuck is wrong with you, Tyron? Oh my god. Oh my god. I know Tyron's joking though. By the way, I'm not stupid. I can read the room. What I was going to say is My rankings, downward incline, say Kelsey. My rankings say Kelsey. My heart says Kelsey, but I'm going to be honest. If you want to play your safest option, right? If you're just like, Nick, who's safer, right? I want a safe bet. Tucker Kraft is 8,000 times safer than Kelsey. He just is. He just has been over this season, and he will probably continue to be. I'm playing Kelsey. Look, again, I try to answer you guys' questions as if it's my team. On my fantasy team, I'm playing Kelsey. Now, could Kraft outscore Kelsey? Yeah. And not just, yeah, like easily. He easily could. And I think Kraft is way safer, but I'm going Kelsey. If Kelsey gets 5 targets, he's going to be okay. If he gets like 8 targets, which I think is possible, he's going to be great. So I would play Kelsey. I love Kelsey's matchup this week. I love Kelsey this week. Nick, do you like the UFC card this week? I love the UFC card this week. I am a hater of UFC events that are during the day. Especially, yeah, I know you did, Tyron. Especially big cards like this, right? Where there's a lot of fights I want to watch. I like it at night. Maybe that's because I'm young, maybe and I'm not even that young, right? I'm 25. But when I get older, maybe I'll appreciate, hey, not going to bed at 1 in the morning, but I don't care. I'll go to sleep at 2 in the morning after the fights. It doesn't matter to me. But man, I love that card. I'm rooting for Max. I'm rooting for Whitaker. I like RDA. I like that card a lot. I love that card. Very excited to see what happens. And the timing of it is great because it starts at 2, even though I don't like it. It starts at 2, and then I have a Halloween party. My friend Joe is throwing, the guy that's officiating my wedding. So shout out to Joe. And that's at 7. So I'll be able to watch the whole card and then go there. Very nice. I'm sure my fiance will appreciate watching that instead of just, hanging out. Full PPR, Nakua, JSN, Keenan, Bateman, Douglas. What's up, Sydney? Yes, I know I'm down bad. I have Godwin better stacked than running backs. That's fine. Sit 1. I am going to sit. I'm going to sit Douglas. We're going to rock with Bateman, Keenan, JSN, and Nakua. I love JSN this week. I like Keenan. I like Nakua. I'm kind of iffy on Bateman, but I would lean with Bateman over Douglas. I am giving him the Hawk 2 this week. Hawk 2. Do I play Doc or do I not play Dak? I probably say no. Yeah, I'm not playing Dak this week. I don't want anything to do with Dak. Pick 2 wide receivers: DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson, Stephon Diggs, or Devontae Smith, please and thank you. No problem. DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson. Ooh, never mind. DJ Moore and Stephon Diggs. That's tough though. Pitts or Kraft? Yeah, I'm going Kraft, but it is close. Like off the top of my head, I probably have Kraft ranked 6, and I probably have Pitts ranked 9. I'm gonna go check, but that's probably the way I have it ranked, just off the top of my head. Normally, the running back rankings video is out today. Again, I've been doing a lot at my real job, so the timing of videos has been really messed up. So I do apologize. Like the wide receiver starts a video last night, dropped at like 12:30 Eastern. To you guys that live on the West Coast, doesn't really matter, but I do apologize for that again. That's the problem of having an actual job, right? But it is what it is. And yeah, my actual ranking, I got Tucker at 7 and Pitts at 9. I think that's what I said. Julio Jones or Marvin Harrison? In real life, Julio Jones way better than Marvin Harrison, but you'd obviously want to play Marvin Harrison. Oh no, you're talking about like in terms of like Marvin Harrison, the old Unk, Marvin Harrison versus Julio. I would say Julio. Cup or neighbors? Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. Flick that like button like it owes you money. Thank you. No problem. AZ Martin, Puka or Chase Brown? I'd play Chase Brown. Darnold or Caleb? Caleb. Need a spot for Cup. Yeah, I would do that. Oh, I would drop Warren. Bateman? Shakir? Shakir and Bateman. Yes, sir. Make sure you guys do use code Notorious if you guys are new to Underdog tonight. Promo code Notorious. It will get you your free pick. Matthew Stafford higher than half a total yard. You match that with any other player playing in this game, not on the Rams, so on the other team, the Vikings, or any of the games on Sunday or any of the basketball games. And if both your picks hit, you'll get 3 times your entry fee. Promo code Notorious. Get the free pick plus bonus cash of up to $1,000. Make sure you guys do check that out. Puka or Marvin Harrison? Marvin Harrison. Antonio Brown or Steve Smith? You know what? I think a lot of people would probably actually answer Steve Smith to this question. And they're really, they're both really good. Steve Smith, this is just off the top of my head. I think Steve Smith played for longer. I think he did. But I think in their prime, I think Antonio Brown's better. Now, again, that's one of those where they're both really fucking good. It's the same thing with your other question. They're both really good players. Addison or Hopkins? I would go Addison. Where's Baker in your rankings? I have Baker ranked higher than Spock does because I'm just a little bit more believer just in, when a guy is that hot, you just keep playing him, even if the group of wide receivers isn't the best. I got him as the quarterback 8. Expert consensus rankings has him as quarterback 15. Spock has him outside of the top 15. So, yeah, I'm definitely higher than most on him. If you want to rank him outside top 15 like Spock has him, I'm not saying that's crazy either. I am just a believer in Baker Mayfield. And again, when guys are as hot, as Baker, I'm just going to tend to keep rocking with them. Leo Scott, full PPR, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. BTJ. Wait, didn't I answer this question? Oh, you messed up the first question. Okay. You need 2 flexes. That's what it is. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Sorry, I'm dehydrated. I'm drinking fucking Coke because I didn't bring a water in here. You know what's weird? I never liked Diet Coke, and this has nothing to do with anything, so I'm only going to say it for like half a second. And I started drinking Diet Coke recently because I realized I was getting fat as fuck, so I was like, I can't keep drinking regular soda. And honestly, I like Diet Coke more than regular soda, and that's just how I feel now. It's pretty weird. Pretty weird. Yeah, I would. All right. Sorry about that rant. One of my boss. Do you guys? I don't know how long you guys have been here for. I used to work at Stochastic. One of my coworkers that worked at Stochastic doesn't work there anymore. I don't think. Texted me a fantasy question. I answered it for him. Shout out to him. I'm not gonna dox him though, but shout out to him. BTJ, Reed, Dell, Downs, Pittman, Puka. Can't decide for running back 2. Dobbins or Rashad White. Okay, Rashad White's your running back. Your 2 wide receivers are Reed and BTJ. Your flexes are Puka and Dell. BTJ, Puka, Dell, Reed. I really think, I think Downs and Pittman are probably better players than people give them credit for. But with Anthony Richardson under center, you just can't do it. You just can't do it. I like Anthony Richardson. I do. I'm a big Anthony Richardson fan, but he just isn't accurate. He fucking sucks, dude. He panics. He always panics. He was so panicky against the Dolphins. He couldn't read the defense. If the Dolphins offense just mildly showed up, we would have beat the ever-living shit out of the Colts. But we lost. That's just how it goes, right? That's how the cookie crumbles. Puka Nacua announced as a starter pregame. I mean, we knew that. All right, I gotta go look at my own fantasy team, but yeah, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be BTJ, Reed, Dell, Puka, Dob, and then Rashad White. BTJ, Reed, Dell, Puka, Rashad White. Larry Fitzgerald or Julio? I personally think Larry Fitzgerald is one of the most underrated players in the NFL history. With that said, though, I would rather have Julio. I think Julio in his prime was a better player. Sue me. I think he was. Larry Fitzgerald is underrated, though. I don't want to shit on Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald used to be one of my favorite players in the NFL when I was younger. We're all gonna have different opinions, though, and that's okay, right? We don't all have to have the same opinion. All right. All right. Threw Puka into one of my lineups. Baker or Burrow? Burrow. Komet or Otten? Douglas, Downs, Kirk. I'm going Douglas and Downs. Need 1 flex. Jordan Addison, Worthy, or Pittman? I would go Addison. Antonio Brown and DeAndre Hopkins' career, I think AB. Look, I think DeAndre Hopkins probably has better stats, but I think AB is the better player. Trade Mason for Brooks and Warren. No. No, no, no. Antonio is too much of a scumbag to wreck. Antonio does seem like a fucking scumbag, but he was really good. You know, CTE's gotten him, but he was really good. He was the first time I ever took a receiver super early on in fantasy a couple years ago. I don't even know if I was making videos. Like, I don't think I was. I don't think I was making videos when Antonio Brown was in his prime. I think I started making videos like when Antonio Brown started his descent began. That's when I think my videos started coming out. All right, I'm just making sure I don't have anyone on my team in this game, and I don't think I do. I'm addicted to underdog, but I'm not calling the hotline. Make sure you do. 1-800-GAMBLER. I have to say that. Tyreek or Calvin Johnson? I think Megatron's clearly the better player. Diet Coke is 100% addictive. Do your research on Diet Coke because I care about your health and well-being. I am not addicted to drinking soda. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. There's that one. I know not everyone likes Donald Trump. You don't have to. That's fine. I'm not going to endorse any presidential candidate. Not here to do that. But his tweet about how he's like, "Oh, I've never seen a skinny person drink Diet Coke." I think that's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And people tweet that all the time on Twitter. So that's where I saw it. I saw it a couple days ago. Connor, JSN, BTJ. I would go Connor. Trade Mason for Brooks and Warren now. Diet Coke is for addicts. It is. It is. Do we like Tua? Yeah, dude, the bots are. It's because we have more viewers than normal today, and the bots are going crazy. The bots go crazy. The more viewers we get, the more fucking bots show up. Auto bots roll out, and I can't believe Spock beat me last week, man. Spock did me in. My team is just fucking down tremendous right now. Just keep losing. It's sad. It's so bad. Do we like Tua or Caleb Williams, JT over Jacobs, Kenneth Walker III? I like Caleb Williams, and then I'm playing Jacobs, KW3, and Mason. Mayfield, good pickup this week. I think he's fine. He's fine. That's funny, Tyron. Trading Tua for McMillan, but he wants MHJ too. What you think? Yeah, if you're trading, you cannot trade. If you're trading, you don't want to trade MHJ and Tua for McMillan. That is way too much of an overpay. You would have to get someone way better in return. Way better in return. Way better in return, in my opinion. If you're trading Marvin Harrison Jr., I get he hasn't been great, but his upside is great. Like, his upside is one of the best in fantasy. So you would need more than what you're receiving there. 100%. I don't think my points are very good in our league. I think what's funny is this is the league that I wanted to win the most and where my team is performing the worst. This is one of my worst teams, even though it was the team that I thought was the best. And that's the problem with fantasy. Anyone else ever notice that? Your favorite team that you draft is never the good one. It's always the ones that you're worried about that are good. Pitts or Kincaid, I would play Pitts. Just joined. Sorry if you went over it, but start Hopkins. My wide receivers are I would play Garrett Wilson, Justin Jefferson, Dobbs, Olave all over Hopkins. I wish I could do. I can't do it. Maybe I just did it. I did it. Thank you. No problem. Agreed. Agreed. Who would you have to trade with having Lamb for a wide receiver too? You want 2 wide receivers? I'd probably look for. Let me see my rankings. If you're trading Lamb, you probably want like Amari Cooper and George Pickens, or Wilson and Terry McLaurin. Those kind of guys. The guys that are ranked in like the 16 to 24 range most weeks. Those are the guys you'd be looking for. That's so funny. Notorious, what's up? We're here again. Drake May or Mahomes? Drake May. Which of these 3 wide receivers do you think will do the best for the Bucks? I think McMillan. I already answered that. Notorious, what's up? I already answered that. Dak or Darnold? Darnold, I agree. Worthy, Hopkins, or Beta? Bateman? I would play Worthy. But I'm waiting for more news on Hopkins, to be honest with you, before I like go hog wild on him. I got a trade sent. They want Tyreek, and I got Justin Jefferson. Should I accept? Also, I'm starting Mark Andrews. I would rather have Tyreek over Justin Jefferson. And I'm playing Tucker Craft over Andrews. Kisses to my misses and misters. Good luck, everybody. Eat that W. Good luck, everybody. Go Buckeyes. Go you. It's all about the you. All right, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Thank you, Spock. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Tyron. Thank you to everyone that was here today. I appreciate you. Whether you're new to the channel, you started watching 5 seconds ago, or you've been here for a long time, I appreciate you. Check out the Discord. Spock drops a lot of information in there. Spock is a genius. Spock is he's a great guy. I really appreciate Spock. Without Spock, honestly, this fucking live stream, I know everyone is helping mod the live stream, but without this, people would think I was like an asshole, never getting to answer the questions because Spock answers like majority of the questions. So shout out to Spock. I appreciate him. I appreciate everyone here. I love you guys. Again, whether you're new to the channel, you started watching 2 days ago, you started watching today, or you started watching when I was in college when I started making these videos, I appreciate you. So I appreciate everyone. Thank you guys so much. Every week I say it means the world to me. It really is crazy that this many people watch my videos. I used to never be able to do that, by the way, like the hand motion. I just figured out I can do it now. So last stream we were at, I like to do this because it's just a good mark. Let's see. We were at 37,651 subscribers on Sunday. We are now at 37,832. So we're making our rounds up to 40,000. It's going a little slow. Not that that's a bad thing. That's just what happens as the season goes along, but we will hit it. I believe. I appreciate all you guys. The fucking bots are here. Fuck the bots. Silly gooses. I hate the bots. I hope I did not mean to show that. Thank you guys for watching. More bots are here. It's time to get out of here. I'll try to hop in the Discord more. I do apologize for that if you guys are in the Discord looking for me. But there are a lot of you guys in there that talk to each other. And that is what it's meant for, right? To have not just me in there, but have everyone talk. So I appreciate all you guys. I love you guys so much. Have a good one. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Peace out.